Hey guys, on this block by block we will be covering the ejector and the relay, two blocks that are very similar to each other, but one's just a slightly more advanced version than the other. First, let's just take a basic look at the texture. It kinda looks like a modified chest, because that's basically what it is. Now, the most important part is this back side here where the little hole is. That's where items will be coming out. You can pump items into any of the other sides, of course. Even though that looks like where a pipe should go, it can go anywhere, really. And I have this set it up over here to demonstrate that you can indeed push it into the side. Now, both the ejector and the relay, if you right-click on them, have this little storage inventory. This is just their little chest space. So if I go ahead and I have some items in here, I'll go ahead and send a few over. And you can see they build up in the ejector. And when I hit this button, the ejector goes ahead and sends them one by one into the pipeline and then into whatever storage unit they belong in the pipeline. And then we have the relay, which looks a lot like the ejector, except it has this little dot right here. It's really the only way you can tell the difference, is this little red dot on the texture. And the nifty thing about this is this will automatically shoot items out into the pipeline. So if I go ahead and activate this, it's going to go ahead and go in here and just immediately shoot it back out into the pipeline, which is pretty neat. Now you might be wondering what exactly these things are useful for. Well, the number one use I see for them is buildcraft integration and other mods that also have item moving, because for instance, buildcraft pipes don't like to play well with pneumatic tubes. So if you need to go from buildcraft pipe to pneumatic tube, you can hook it up to one of these relays right here, and it will just act like a pipe. The buildcraft tube will pump into it, and then this will pump out into the pneumatic tube line. Or even things like a tesseract. A tesseract can pump out into chests, but not things like filters, so you could put this next to a tesseract from thermal expansion and it will pump out. So it's really good for accepting items from other mods that don't like to play well with Redpower. And on top of that, you can use it as a buffer system. So let's say, let's get a ton of junk here. Okay, just go ahead and fill up this chest. So let's say you have a system where a chest is overflown. Now normally when that happens, the filter here, or this is a transposer. The transposer will get locked up and can't move items out of this chest, and eventually this item chest will overflow and then the whole system will start overflowing, and it's a bad deal. So if you put some relays in your system, when this chest over here can't accept more items, what's going to happen is that this relay is just going to hold on to the items until it can put them out. So you can see here this is acting like a buffer. It's letting this transposer still pull items out of this chest, and then this relay is just holding them until there's space, and then it will go ahead and start ejecting down the line. So it's pretty neat and pretty useful. So I'd highly recommend using relays and such in your pipe systems. So there we go. That was the ejector and the relay. Two blocks I find very useful, especially if you're playing something like Feed the Beast, where there's a lot of different mods going on. The relay can really help you integrate a couple of mods together to get a system moving. So thank you guys for watching this block by block. If you enjoyed it, please consider like, commenting, subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Toodles!